Hello friends, welcome again to Anita Bio Concept, and in this video tutorial I will be discussing about the cell line. So to understand the cell line, it's very important that we should know about its basic meaning. So cell lines are those type of cell cultures which can be propagated, which can be subcultured, or we can say that which can be passaged repeatedly. Okay. What are cell lines? Cell lines are culture of animal cells. Those can be propagated or subcultured or passaged. So these three terms we can use. These are similar almost. Cell cultures which can be propagated, subcultured or passaged, those cell cultures, those type of cell cultures of animal cells are known as, those cells are known as cell lines. These are cell lines. Okay, or another simple basic introduction or definition about the cell line is, whenever a primary cell culture is subcultured, we obtain cell line, or cell lines are observed or obtained. Whenever primary cell culture PCC, whenever primary cell culture is subcultured, or after subculturing, after first subculturing of primary cell culture, whatever cells are obtained, those cells are known as cell lines. Cell lines. So we can say that these cell lines are derived from the primary cell culture. So these cell lines can arise from the primary cell culture. Now what about the subculture? I am telling here that when the primary cell cultures are what is primary cell culture? Let's review what is primary cell culture. So primary cell cultures are type of cell culture which are obtained straight from the host tissues, which are obtained straight from the host tissues, or primary cell cultures are initiated directly from the tissues or organs of the animals, straight from host, or primary cell cultures are initiated directly from the cells, tissues or organs of the animals. So primary cell cultures are obtained, primary cell cultures are those type of cultures in which cell cultures are obtained straight away from the host tissues or host cells or host organs. So, okay, so now what is the subculture? Okay, whenever the cells, whenever the cells are being transformed from one culture vessel to another culture vessel, this is known as subculture. So subculturing is nothing but the transfer of cell cultures from one culture vessel to the another culture vessel. So transfer of cells. Okay, so this is known as subculturing or subculture. Transfer of cells from one culture vessel to another culture vessel. So whenever the primary cell culture is subcultured, the cell lines are obtained. So these cell lines can be of two types: finite cell line and infinite cell line. Infinite cell line. There are two types of cell lines which are obtained after propagation, after subculturing, or we can say after passaging. These two type of cell lines can be obtained, known as finite cell line as well as infinite. So finite cell line can also be known as normal cell line, and infinite cell line can also be known as transformed cell line as well as continuous cell line. So infinite cell lines can be known as continuous cell line or transformed cell line. So I will tell you about finite as well as infinite type of cell lines. What are those finite and infinite cell lines? Okay, so first of all, let's start with finite cell line. So by the name it's clear that finite cell lines are having limited number of subculturing or passaging. It is having limited number of subculture or passage, means it can be subculturing, or it can be subcultured for a fixed number or for a finite or limited, okay, limited number of time. For limited number of times the cell divisions can be carried out. So this is finite cell lines. Okay, so the example is normal mammalian cells. Okay, so normal mammalian cells can undergo a finite number of cell divisions. They can be subcultured for a fixed number of times. The number of cell divisions they undergo is fixed or finite. Okay, they are having finite lifespan in cell culture. Normal mammalian cells are having finite lifespan. They are having finite lifespan in culture. After a certain time interval, after a certain time period, they undergo senescence and they stop dividing. So this is known as finite cell lines. Now I am going to discuss about the characteristics or properties of the finite cell lines. So what are the different properties or characteristics of finite cell lines? So one of the most important characteristic or property of the finite cell line is having, it shows contact inhibition. Okay, it shows contact inhibition. Okay, secondly, it shows density limitation. It is also having density limitation. Okay, and the third one is it's also very important. The third one characteristic or property of the finite cell line is it is having anchorage dependency, or it is anchorage dependent. Okay, so these three are the properties or characteristics of the finite cell line. So this is all about the finite cell line. What we have got here information that finite cell lines are having normal, or they are having a fixed life span, and after a certain interval of time they undergo senescence and they stop dividing, means they can be subcultured. Okay, they can be subcultured. They are having limited number of subculture. Okay, they are having limited, okay, I have written here, they are having limited number of subculture. Okay, they are having limited number of subculture, or they are having limited number of cell divisions, or we can also say passage. So this is the finite cell line. Now I will discuss about the infinite cell lines. So let's rub it first of all. Infinite cell lines. Okay, so what happens in case of infinite cell lines? Sometimes some of the cells are not having any finite number of cell divisions. They are not having any fixed time interval when they undergo senescence. Actually, they do not undergo senescence. They actually avoid the senescence and they just enter into the phase of continuous cell line. Okay, they are having okay, they are not having any limited lifespan. Okay, so first of all, they avoid, there are some cells which are having infinite infinite number of cell divisions. Okay, number of cell divisions. Secondly, they avoid the senescence, they do not reach the senescence, so they do not stop dividing. Okay, they avoid senescence, they do not stop dividing, means they continue to divide and so they reaches, and they are known as, and they become continuous cell line. So this is the reason they divide continuously, this is the reason they are also known as continuous cell line. So they do not stop divide, they do not reach the senescence, they just avoid the senescence, they do not stop divide, and so they are known as continuous cell line. Okay, infinite cell lines can be subcultured indefinitely, so there is not any fixed limitation. Infinite cell lines can be subcultured indefinitely, means it is not having any fixed or any limited lifespan. Okay, it can be subcultured, indefinitely in an infinite times. Okay, so it is known as continuous cell line. It is also known as, I have told that it is also known as the continuous cell line. Okay, and one more term is being given to the infinite cell line, and that is the transformed cell line. Why it is known as transformed cell line? Due to some transformation of the characteristics of the immortalized cell lines. Okay, immortalized cells, so they are also known as transformed cell lines, and they are usually aneuploid. Okay, they are usually aneuploid, means they can overproduce any protein. There is overproduction of different proteins, and they are having most often they are having abnormal number of chromosomes. So this is the meaning of aneuploid, means they are having abnormal, most often they are having abnormal number of chromosome, and they are also having overproduction of different proteins, overproduction of different proteins. So we have seen that in infinite cell lines, they are having they are also known as transformed cell lines. They are mostly they are also known as, they are usually aneuploid, means there is abnormal number of chromosome and there is overproduction of different proteins. They can be subcultured indefinitely. They are also known as continuous cell line because they can be subcultured indefinitely. They do not stop dividing, they avoid senescence, and they are having infinite number of cell divisions. So these all are the characteristics, these all are the features of infinite cell lines. Okay, because they are also known as transformed cell line. I have told that they are also known as transformed cell lines because they are having altered properties. They are having altered properties of the growth and division, altered properties of growth of the immortalized cells. Okay, of the immortalized cells, and the growth properties are altered. The main reason behind the transformed cell line name is being given to the continuous cell line is that they have altered, they are having, their growth properties are being altered, or they are having altered properties of growth of the cells. Okay, now question arises that how these cells become transformed and why this is known as transformed cell, and I have answered that why they are known as transformed cell line. But the question must be coming to your mind that why transformation takes place. So these transformations can be due to some chemical carcinogens, okay, and this can be spontaneous also. These can be spontaneous also, okay, and due to some chemical carcinogens, also due to spontaneous, and due to actually there are two main reasons. One reason is spontaneously. It can be spontaneously or it can be through induction. So through induction means by by some viruses or through some chemical carcinogens, okay. So these viruses or chemical carcinogens comes under the category of induction, and another category is the spontaneous. So transformation can be due to the chemical carcinogen as well as due to some viruses, which comes under the category of induction, and one reason is spontaneous. So transformation can be due to these main two reasons, okay. Okay, or one more important thing is that you all should notice that transformation or transformed cells does not necessarily means the tumor or cancerous cells, okay. So this point you have to remember, that transformed cells does not necessarily means cancer cells or tumor cells always, okay. Now let's talk about some of the characteristic or some of the properties of the infinite cell line. So in case of infinite cell line, the first and foremost important property is it is having loss of contact inhibition, or they do not show contact inhibition. They do not show contact inhibition, or there is loss of contact inhibition, because we know that in case of transformed cells there is loss of contact inhibition. The second property is they require less serum or growth factor, okay. For their optimum growth they require less serum or growth factor for their optimum growth. Now the third property is they do not show density dependent inhibition, okay. They do not show density dependent inhibition of proliferation, okay. The transformed cells or the continuous cell lines do not show density dependent inhibition of proliferation. And one last property is, here I am writing, another property or characteristics of the transformed or the continuous or infinite cell line is they do not show anchorage dependence. Anchorage dependence means they are anchorage independent cells in nature, means they do not require any anchorage, they do not require any substrate for their growth, for their survival. So these are all about the cell lines and their types, that is finite cell lines and infinite cell lines. So with this, thank you all.